Well, hello everyone and welcome to the United States of Mexico. Deal with that one how it does, but Donald Trump renamed the country to Mexico and built a wall around everyone. So welcome to the United States of Mexico, here in somewhere warm. There's deserts everywhere. In a beautiful area. Today we've got Formula C. If you didn't know, I'm back alive. I didn't die the last few days, that's why I have no commentating the last few days and since Sunday on this channel. But I'm alive. I had a bit of a problem. It's okay. No one's dead. Well, yet. So we got the drivers of Cass, Pirelli, Vectro, Broken Arrow, Ilson, Van, Bowie, Fruco, and Gav. And as you notice that lad in 10th, I don't know who he is, well, he'd like to introduce himself as Laggy McGee. Introduce yourself then, Laggy McGee.
Yeah, it's already lagging, so hi. And then I'll be jumping, so like that.
He says
Why?
as he lags. Well,
Yeah.
legendary. Well, so this track, a beautiful, long track here in the situated. I don't exactly know where it's situated, but it's somewhere where I presume it's in the middle. It's probably near the Nevada desert or something like that. As we watch Mr. Bowie on board with him.
I'm probably Dorset.
No, it's not in Door.
Oh.
Lag spike. It's oh dear. That's a spin. That is number 7 car right now. Street Waffle Racing Bowie on his own because the other one is dead.
Sorry.
But if you continue to experience wolf lag, unfortunately,
Yes.
say this mic is shit.
BC Wi-Fi kids, like buy it.
Yes, which is a real shame, to be honest. Not moving on from that. So we're using the national layout, if I'm perfectly correct. So they basically skip the last chicane, well, not the last chicane, the last corner, and take a different route around the track.
Retro spun.
Yeah.
And he's gone to the pits.
As you can see here, that is the layout on the thing there. So they miss the last corner, and they also take a new chicane down at the middle of this track. So as Bowie drops down the hill there in 7th position, then I have to say quickest lap time is a 1:20.9 then. Castanet is not leading for once, which is incredible for him. So Ferrari B, as per usual, as they most certainly always are, very quick, very fast, and very confident where they're going. Castanet across the line, puts himself only just over 5 tenths behind. Ilson is in 3rd place with Vectro in 4th, driving in the good old Calpe cars there, behind the ART for once as well. Broken Arrow, by the way, good news, is in the correct car today, so he's left Street Waffle today, which is to the regret of Bowie. He's absolutely fuming in there, and he's decided he wants to join back to Calpe Racing.
That's always good.
Yes, indeed. Van Elk is
In the right
6th
car.
place, indeed, in the right car was always good. Van Elk 6th in the other ART. Then is the good old GIRT Geert cars of Gav, and Bowie jumps up in Street Waffle to 7th place. Geert and Geert. And then there's me and Wolf, both driving interesting livery cars. Well, I've actually noticed we've only got, unfortunately, 9 drivers here today. It's a 50 lap race, so we expect
I'm sure
a
someone
2-stop.
just left actually.
Unless it's you. No.
No. Fair enough.
So, of course, joining us also, apart from Wolf, is our in-track person, is Bowie. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Bowie, strategy-wise, 2-stop probable, around about 14, and then probably around about that 30, 32.
Yeah, I think most people will indeed go for the 1 or 2-stop strategy. I might think that either Cash or Friendly or some of the other guys that are up front might try and do a 1-stop. But I think if you want to keep the pace up, I think you definitely should go for the 2-stop, as tire degradation is very high on this track with all the trims going on.
Indeed, well, Fortunately to see your teammate isn't here today. Of course, do wishing Mr. Nico all the best in whatever he is doing today, and hopefully he comes back stronger next week. Like we said, only 9 people today, and well, I was driving around here the other day, well, the other day being earlier, and actually was only about 1.2 seconds off the pace. That puts me around about where Gav is currently, so always good to see that. It's incredible how these cars handle. As we look at Van Eyck warming those tyres up then.
So they're allowed traffic then to that double rudder.
Yeah.
That Bowie was saying before you started the stream. Okay.
Yep, so where Bowie is, this double right hand here. Now, you could probably tell you're not really meant to run up that wide. I mean, that is a bit too wide, but of course many people will do it anyway. But it's what the car's actually do in real life is I looked up for the stream for you lads. Oh dear, running a bit deep there and going off the circuit then down into this chicane. This new little chicane they've added in just before the race to slow the cars down because apparently it's too quick or something like that. I think that'll make a good story.
It's going to be horrible on the first lap, you know that. Especially if someone lags.
Yeah, well you're here, so God save us. And Bowie.
Well, I won't be racing, so we'll
yeah,
be
you
fine.
won't be racing. We'll be fine. Let's see if you're actually can. Oh dear.
Oh. Oh.
I think Bowie's had an accident in the pits.
That's not how you drive into the pit lane.
Bowie? What's happened?
I think he ran out of fuel.
What the?
What? What happened there?
Well, here at Gavra Rating, we do find the most incredible glitches. Well, update on our two Ferrari B guys, and like Kastner and his teammate in GT3, they are not separated by 000. Though I think that was actually was that GT3? Was it this? I can't remember.
I don't know.
It was Monza. Oh, it was.
My phone doesn't do them properly.
It was Monza. Never mind.
No.
Well, Kastner chucks it down the hill. I do want to say also just a quick notice here. We are, I think, let me just check something. 99 subscribers, by the way. So if we do hit 100,
woo,
party will happen, and explosions and things. So if you are new here, just want to leave that subscribe there, and of course it'll be welcome here. So Ferrari leads Cass, leads Vectro there. Broken Arrow seems to have gone off horrifically then at turn number 1. Was that turn number 1? That's turn number 3, isn't it? That is long round of the T1.
Yeah, yes. He's probably lost the rear.
Very easy to do.
He's got damage. He's gone back to the pits.
Elson will be 5th, and Van Eyck will be 6th. Currently, of course, only 9. We expect, presumably, a few more to turn up. Of course, we yeah, always.
They better hurry up.
Yeah, they do better hurry up. Well, the time is left. Ibritz is here, so that's another one going to get in.
There's just an incredible gap between P5 and P6 between the two teammates actually.
Oh yeah.
Van Eyck, from 1.3 seconds to 2.9.
You can turn your mic up a little bit, Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Mine's
mate.
probably deafening everyone.
Hold on, let's find that out. No, you're good.
How
We'll
about
just,
this?
let's find out.
Nice.
You just not be. You just mysteriously disappear from voice. Oh dear.
Nice.
Oh, we'll find out eventually. Yeah, no. Now you've gone the opposite way. Now you've got quieter.
Oh.
Well, that's problematic. Well, of course, other things that happened around this track. Well, I ended up in space earlier on. I don't exactly know what happened, but for some reason I was in space. It wasn't very fun.
Well, you are in
I remember actually with the LMP3 here, we had an awesome glitch where two cars lagged underneath each other.
Yes, I also couldn't join because surprise, my internet broke.
SX.
Yeah, so what actually happened there? Because oh yeah, there was. Oh, I remember it was around this section here where Van Out just come through, wasn't it? Where I can't remember who it was. I think it was Porphyria, wasn't it? Went underneath for someone.
I don't know,
Did
but somebody
Porphyria
went
had lag
underneath
issues?
somebody.
I'm pretty sure, so he
He
might
had
have.
quite a lot. I mean, that's the reason I think he lost the championship by 1 point, didn't he?
No, I think that's somewhere out of fuel. I've got lag issues.
You always have lag issues. You are the lag issue. I mean, old joke like we and like age ago. This is PS3 goes. We always used to
Oh,
joke.
Gavra disconnected.
Oh dear. Well, that says something about Wolf. Then he's not disconnected. Well, it's a little thing about Wolf. Back in the day, GT6 days, we always used GT5 days. We always used to say he lived it upstairs at McDonald's because his Wi-Fi was so bad. It was literally like McDonald's Wi-Fi. Now he's moved into the upstairs of Burger King, which is just about as worse.
No, I trust the bad free Wi-Fi are things. That's where I live now. Or Wi-Fi free.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry there for our partner. He seems to have had a terrible accident. We hope he can get back in because he's just scared the living daylights out of absolutely everyone in the chat. Well, Cass is currently faster by 5/10, by the way. I haven't noticed it. From Pirelli, and then Vectro, Broken, Ilson, Van, Bowie, Fruco, and Ibred. I'm presuming Gav's going to get back in, otherwise we may have some issues here. To date, Gavra Racing. And there he is.
This.
Expect a lot of this. I presume you just scared the living daylights of absolutely everyone in the chat. Well, in the game thing. So, 10 out of 10 for you.
Also, another fun fact: BT's old route is better than the new one.
Yeah. So here I'm on the
Jeez.
Virgin Media, which is good and has not disconnected. Well, of course, 50 laps. So, Kasanet's currently on his 11th qualifying lap. So he's
I
basically
have some
done.
bad news about Gavra.
What?
He's offline.
Gavra?
Oh no.
Hang on, mate. Where is Gavra?
He disconnected, and I think his entire Wi-Fi just
Well,
died.
Wolf, what the fuck? I heard your voice suddenly. Yeah, that's probably because I
Oh
disconnected.
dear! Oh, that's an impact. That's going to be Cass. He got out the wall there. We can't see. I think he has. He has had a bit of a spin
Yeah.
down at the T1 sector time. Then very lucky. Someone invite Gav.
I did.
Oh no.
Oh, now look what you've done, Wolf. Oh dear. Oh
It's
dear,
only
dear.
not working with Ferrari B at all.
Oh, you have gone and got yourself in a lot of trouble. Oh.
First you put out of first you put
What
out
has he done?
GT3. Now you're distracting people in Formula 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
Gavra.
going to the
Gavra
FIA for
joined.
this.
Wolf is going to get reprimanded by... You're going to be taken to a dark room and brutally beaten by Vector after this. I'm pretty certain. If
Oh,
you
no,
don't
that'll
know...
probably happen if I join the RF anyway.
Yeah, Wolf just
Get
lagged
shut
out.
down
Of course,
by
Wolf just
ISIS.
lagged out of the party and has just started poor Vector out of his living... Oh, and he's spun up the hill. Oh, you
Oh,
ruined
dear.
him. Oh, that's it over.
Sorry, Vector. Sorry. I can't message sorry because then I'll lag out. That's the other sad thing. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Also, just noticed,
Well,
apparently...
you know, at least he's not fourth.
Yeah, he's third. Just noticed, the drivers aren't actually touching the steering wheel in the spectator camera.
No, it's because they're Jedi.
Yeah, no, the steering wheel's static and they're just like... they're not touching it. Okay, well... Oh dear, Vector's gone and weaved his tyres up.
Retro's... Yeah.
Very
I
angry
thought
after
these
some-
tyres are... I thought these were pre-warm tyres.
Nope. They're not pre-warmed. They're very
No,
much
it's Formula
not.
B, isn't it?
Yeah, Formula B and Formula A are pre-warmed.
Hang on, Broken Arrow's had an accident. No, he hasn't. It's the
No, he
camera
hasn't.
glitch
Yeah,
now.
it's just the camera. Well, all of the 10 drivers here currently, if it's the Gav's explosion.
Oh,
Well, there's Bowie on the circuit somewhere. Well, he wasn't really on the circuit. He's just appeared again. Down here in the middle of the beautiful, beautiful Insoma Raceway, and pretty certain it is near Nevada. Wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't, because it's just completely and utterly just, well, desert and
broken.
yeah,
Yeah.
and a few trees around the track, which is always good. But of course, this track isn't really green. It's very not green. So at least that.
Well, it's green when it's not summer.
Yeah, it's also not green when it's winter because then it's just grey and cold.
Dead.
Sally putting question mark track limit. Yeah, they don't exist anymore. But well, on this track,
No, we've turned into Formula One.
Yeah, like in the pre-season here, the track limit's around what turn is it? Is it turn 9? Things we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You haven't got a track map.
R2.
Eh?
Press the R2
R2?
button. Yeah, when you're on spectator camera.
Yeah,
Comes up with track map. Yeah, this corner of Faruka's gone. Yeah, they can go wide here. Not as wide as Bowie's gone, because, I mean, that's just a bit too wide there, but, you know.
Yeah. Bowie, bit of a tip, that's probably slower that wide.
You'll be surprised it actually is quicker. It's also quicker to go and take the quicker route for there, as me and Bowie found out the other day, which didn't, as we found out.
What, cut it?
Yeah, it didn't really end well, did it, Bowie?
Yeah, no.
As we look at Ready? Who is there, not what the thing is saying. Well, he's only 4.91 off of the pace today. Castanet is leading the way by some very big margin. Ferrari second. Vectro, he's in third place doing a good job. I spoke to him and he's been doing a bit more to his setup, so he's hoping for a podium today, though he is very close to his teammate there by only some 0.004 of a second, is that not?
Look at the gap between me and Van Elk.
Yeah, no, look at the gap between Vector and Rick and Arrow. Yeah, could be worse.
At least you don't have Kart 20, which is, you know, okay, I'm going to stop moaning about Sunday now.
Yeah, well, it's going on track then. So all the 10 drivers then, how long have we got? We've got 6 minutes to go, so we hope our drivers don't disconnect, or said commentator who will disconnect now, insert disconnection pun.
It's 5 minutes of warm-up.
Yeah, no, you disconnect, you can't get back in warm-up.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You can join when, if so things probably around this track, if there's 2.5 minutes left, you can't join again, I'd say.
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying 2.5 minutes left of warm-up.
Might be, I'm not sure. Normally when let you in warm-up, though, we've had that a few times. Vector coming up the hill, coming into the brakes. Does he get the corner done? He is a 17.6. He is absolutely furious with you still, I presume, because if he was 1.5 seconds up, he would have got pole. So you have just killed Vector, and I presume he'll have some very strict words with you about your connection.
Well, he can buy me a new one.
Yeah, he can buy you a new connection.
I mean, it bothers you that much.
Yeah, but try not to disconnect again, and if you do disconnect, just suddenly just be
3,
quiet.
2, 1.
Beep. Well, let's see.
To be fair, it happened instantly, so I didn't have time to mute my mic.
Yeah, when it's disconnected, you just don't say a word. You just stop speaking.
I was speaking, that was the issue. I just won't speak at all then.
No, you can speak.
Be like
Try not
that guy in the corner language.
Yeah, you can be
Deaf
the
viewers.
yeah, you can be the ones going, just miming the words and just with your hands, guessing. Well, does he improve? No.
Show didn't improve.
Meanwhile, in
Imagine
the
some drives we start in their last
I'm gonna
runs
die.
now.
Well
Yes,
then,
yes, you are.
well then, bold statements there from Bowie, and he's off, and he's in the graphs, and he's spun. Well then,
I
he's
legit did not mean to do that. I was just looking behind me.
and does he get the corner? Yes, he does, just about. In the beautiful, beautiful strip waffle car, of course, named after a biscuit from the Netherlands, something along that line.
I find it hard to believe that going as wide as some people are going is actually faster.
It was Bowie.
That wide.
Yeah, you'll be surprised because you carry a lot more speed through the corner, which is overall good.
Yeah, but there's a fine line. Go wide enough to carry more speed, but if you go too wide, you just add distance.
That is true. But of course, they're carrying a lot more speed into the apex of the second bit, so they are carrying a lot more speed. Looking back at Mr. Vector, is he improving? No. No, he's not improving.
Sorry. It's just the curse that would happen on his fastest lap.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he'll disconnect when he's on his second fast lap, and then he'll probably stab you. But you know, so if you disconnect,
on the last lap, I'll disconnect, and he will just end up in the wall.
Yeah, probably.
I would be a dead man. I'd have to move to like Guam Island or something.
Guantanamo Bay or something.
They closed that, didn't they?
North Korea. That's the same thing.
I would have to join the RAF.
Yeah, pretty much. You just have to cross there, or Antarctica. You could go there. That's always a good place.
Yeah. Where did they exile? I could go there.
What?
But they, you know, oh, don't worry.
Say it. You lagged out for a second.
Oh, I said I could go where they exiled Napoleon.
What, Australia?
You won't find me there. No, it wasn't Australia.
Oh no, that's oh no, that's
time.
oh yeah, the first time somewhere.
Gavra, no, someone's gone.
Van Elk.
That was Van Elk.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, we're not having much luck today. Then Pearson's been having a few technical issues today, haven't it?
Pearson's had technical issues for me all the time.
He always has technical issues.
Who's improving?
Who is improving? That's a good question.
Just watch Broken Arrow, see.
Castanet and Pirelli's first sector times are reverse of each other, a 17.396 and a 17.369. So that's a cocky as it is. Van Elk's disconnected, please send him. I don't think he can get back in.
Van Elk joined. If he just waits
his invite
the
he got
lobby
originally
until
should still
warm-up
be valid.
starts, then it might be okay.
Yeah, if he waits till warm up, yeah, he will be fine. But the invite he got originally should still be valid.
Well, this is my qualifying over.
Yep.
Broken Arrow's gone wide at the chicane.
Yep.
I've actually stole my engine.
And also everyone's done their lap. I don't think anyone can get another lap in after this actually. The last person will be
Vetro. Vetro's down.
Yeah, Vetro is down. Yeah, down. They might improve a little bit. So Castanet
What about Cash?
looks to be on pole. Ferrari second.
Yeah.
Vector provisional third. Fourth is Broken Arrow. Fifth is Ilson. Sixth is Street Waffle Bowie. Seventh is Gav. Eighth is Veruco. Ninth is Ibret. And Van Elk, we hope to get back in. Replying to Sally, where is Nicholas the Street Waffle? Nicholas the Street Waffle is gone a bit soggy and fallen.
I just want to make a comment about my point earlier on the double right-hander. Cash still went over the track limits, but he didn't go anywhere near as wide as some other people were going. So I think that Annie spun it. But I think that proves my point.
Yeah, well, that's because everyone. So if you are new here, do feel free to subscribe. We are on the hunt for 100 subscribers. We're one away, just about, and cannot join as Van Elk. That is a huge part. And he's gone.
Tell him to wait.
Well, he's left
wait
now.
till warm up.
Well, he's gone now. He's left. We apologise for the language. There, of course. Occasionally, we do apologise for the swear words. Yeah, I don't care.
I said that.
Just don't mind me, by the way. Don't mind me doing my own thing here.
Bowie, where are you? Oh, for fuck's sake.
And there we are then. Qualification is done. The official results: Cass, Pirelli, Vectro, Arrow, Ilson, Bowser, Gav, Freiko, and Ibret lines up at the back of the row. If Van Elk can get in, he'll be last place.
If he can get in. If he decides to rejoin, of course.
Oh, he's loading.
Who's this?
He's loading.
People actually going out on track unlike GT3.
GT3 they go out on track as well. Not as many, but
yeah, only me.
Yes, he
When I
can. Well, they
Well,
really
I've
do. They
not
really need
watched
to
the GT3 for a
extend.
while.
They really need to extend the practice and this warm up sim by another like a minute or two, because you can't join otherwise. Oh, Van Elk's got in. Okay.
Yep.
The only reason they have this warm up in the
As
first
soon as
place
warm-up
is for people
starts,
to
the
get ready.
game automatically thinks that you're in it, so it just randomly just... Yeah,
But normally it
just
doesn't
loads
let
you
me in. It never let me in.
Just come up with an issue. Van Elk would be starting behind me and Evil.
That's fine. What are we talking about?
Is it?
We'll just pull off out of
It's
the way.
me. I'll lag and kill everyone.
Well, just basically look behind. If he's behind you, then, well, you know, get out the way.
That's gonna be quite hard.
Also, question coming into Bowie. Bowie, are you obese with all those donuts?
No.
Well, he seems to have stopped and has disappeared off the face of the earth. Well, there he is. Troop Waffle number,
He's
1.
53.
So if you are also new here, welcome to the sunny little journey round the beautiful Sonoma Raceway here in somewhere in a warm part of America. Descriptive, I know. Well, Van Elk is here. That's going to be good then. So we have got 11-ish drivers today then. 10. We have 10 drivers, which is good. So we have one more than we did last time.
It just is 10, so yeah.
Cashing it, doing practice starts. Good old Cash.
Yep, expect to see perhaps some others do it, maybe not. Where is Ibrit up to?
Probably
He is in a mountain.
Ibrit.
Oh, somebody spun it there. That's Wilson, I think.
Yeah. Would be.
Isn't he from the academy?
Huh?
Wait, has Ilson come up from the academy or?
No, he
No,
won the
he's
Formula
been-
Golf.
He's the Formula
No, he
Golf
was second in
champion.
Formula Golf.
Did he?
No,
Oh, he
yeah,
was
second.
Yeah.
He was runner-up. He's been
I
here
don't remember in Formula Golf.
because you run in Formula Golf. You're in.
No, but I still
LB3.
watch the streams.
Yeah, well, you.
Well, in that case, you're just an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
there you have it, lads.
there we have it, lads. Live then from
You've
Wolf.
heard it here first on the Evildragonxxl channel.
Oh, actually, no, it's
Wolf
not
is
true.
indeed an idiot.
I'm worse than an idiot.
Moon
I'm
Mongoose.
intelligent.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm worse than an idiot. I'm intelligent.
Oh no.
I'm as intelligent as a peanut.
A
Yep.
what? Peanut.
Ah, that's a wall.
And Bowie is about as intelligent as the start line he's known. It's also blue. Oh, and there is Ilson. Hello, Ilson.
That's not how you make a start, Bowie.
It's fine.
Well, I do.
It isn't.
Everyone's just barking in extremely interesting places on the track.
I always do these kind of starts in GT3 sessions, and it works every time.
So expect
Well,
a
practice
monumental
starts.
accident then. So let's see if we can catch up with the stream a little bit more there. It's a bit further behind than it was on there. There we are. Back again with the stream catching up. So we got a lot of drivers expecting to do many things then. Who can get the win? I presume it's going to be a Ferrari B car unless they take each other out. Or disconnect. Or there's Bowie appearing into the shot again, having his run wide extreme thing. That is one of the Ferrari B cars actually parked off on the side. Is that? That'd be Castanet. Yes, it is.
No, one day. That's a you, boy.
Yes.
That's it.
Whatever you said, yes.
It's one that's back terribly fouled.
I'm second, boys.
Just
Hey!
inside of him.
Just
Well-
imagine this being the qualifying. What the hell?
Well, with only some 8 seconds to go, it's time to grab the popcorn. It's race time, live by Evil and Wolf, and somewhere in there is Bowie. So those cars line up on the grid. Wolf, you better pull off to my side, otherwise you're going to be killed. It is lights out and away we go. I think we've lost someone already off the grid. I think everyone gets a good start. Bouncing up with Bowie in the back there. It seems everyone gets off a good start then. So, Castanet leads. Frelly second. Vectro third. Arrow fourth. We've got a car off then. That's a Gav off, I think there. Is that then? Yep, Gav's off at turn number 1. It's all gone wrong then for GRT. Well then, great start up the front 3 then. Frelly goes deep. Frelly's off. And there seems to be problems. Is he going to get okay? He's going to be squashed then by a few cars there. That is the car of Bowie and Ilson then running together down into the long left-hander. So it's all good then for Castanet leading the way. Vectro, Broken, Ilson, Bowie, Frelly, Ibrit, Van, Faruko and Gav is at the back of the field. They've got many cars running wide. That is Vectro there running wide. All of the cars running together there. And that is, I think, Frelly there already piling a bit of pressure on Bowie just there, giving a bit of things.
No, not at all.
Not
He's
yet
1 second
at least.
behind me.
No, well, let me negative 1 second. There's seems like someone's got a penalty somewhere.
Hey?
I thought I heard someone's got a penalty. Well,
yeah, that was my engineer deafening everyone.
yeah, we've lost someone already. No, we haven't. So it seems everyone's actually got off the grid. So yeah, everyone's got off the grid. Okay then. So everyone is still here on lap 1-1. So Cass, Vectro and Arrow, Ilson, Bowie and Farelli, Ibrit, Van and Faruko and Gav down at the back. So far catching up to his teammate already. There is Van Elk actually attacking Ibrit's lane. So let's see if we can get that. So ART on another car. We'll have to switch to a camera shot that actually works today because they've been a bit annoying here around here. So he's right over the back of him then, down into the right hand. He got up front. That is Broken Arrow. Now he's a problem there. Bowie's been overtaken by Farelli, so Farelli's already jumped himself up to 4th. So what has happened there then? As Faruko gets out of the way of Gav. So problems up the front it seems. Not Broken Arrow there. So Bowie's just sitting there pondering about what he's doing. Of course, sorry for the constant camera change. This game, well, especially on this track, has been a bit broken today. So I'll have to deal with that.
Oh, Broken Arrow running wide.
Yes, he is
Let's see what Pirelli can do in Ilson.
Yep, expect him
he's
to
going,
get past.
Bit of a look.
Indeed, has a bit of a look. Nowhere close enough yet then. So everyone is on the track still as we come to lap 3. So no major incident yet. Up the front, it's Cass leading Vectro. And then following them is this little train of Elson, Farelli, Arrow, Bowie just sticking onto the back there just about with a finger breath then. But what a comeback already for Farelli. He's already dropped from pretty much all the way down the back. Medellin has already caught himself to 4th. So this man, we've seen it time and time again I believe, having these incredible little battles and going extremely quick. Of course, last time round Imalori had the same kind of thing. He's catching them. Teammate now, you can see there the different lines they're taking through the corner then. Especially from the cars.
That line seemed quicker from Farelli.
Yeah, it may definitely be a little more flowing.
Looks like he's going to have a go into the chicane maybe.
No, was he going to try? Bit of a blocking move then from Ilson there. We expect perhaps close enough yet.
That looked like 2 moves to me, to be honest.
Indeed. Let's see. Is he going to throw it up the inside? He's close enough.
Do
Thinks about it. Well, he's going to get there now. He's going to get a penalty if he's not careful. Very left the door open. We'll get a good run here. So we expect Ilson might be able to come back down the straight. Maybe not. Backed out of it there. So struggling there. And up the hill into the right-hander. They go then for the 4th lap of 50. A 50-lap race. No chance of rain here in the desert today. And
Wolf.
Bowie is in the pit. Oh, dearie dear. Well, the game has just had a... well,
That's
that is
my
it
cover,
for
isn't it?
Wolf. And we will move on from that then after Wolf's terrible disconnects, and then from Gav, who's just gone off the track as well. Well, Bowie's in the pit lane, so he's exploded already after only 4
No,
laps.
I had a jump start.
Strange.
Ah, see? Called it. You had a jump start.
Yeah. How many
Oh
laps
my
do
god,
you
Wolf's
have?
actually
to
dying.
those
Oh my
jump
god.
starts?
It's a 50-lap race.
Yeah,
And
it's on
on-
stream.
5. Yeah, try and... You can watch the live stream. Oh, my phone's battery low. Let's go and put my phone on
I'm
charge.
trying to station 4, but that's not going.
Well, as per usual here in Formula C, we tend to have issues for someone. Normally it's Gav. Today it's Wolf, who's had his turn in the commentary box and is now gone. Jolly good show there then. Well, Broken Arrow is near Ilson then, so the good old Calpicars versus the ART team. 2 rivals, and oh dear! That's contact! That's around he goes. Now, that one's a very
Oh dear.
clumsy mistake there from Ilson, going on the curb, spinning out. Wants to be careful of Van Elk and Gavra, so losing the rear leg. That may have damaged a Broken Arrow's front left suspension. Meanwhile, quick update on your man in 3rd and 2nd. It is Pirelli and the good old Vectro leg catching each other rapidly here around this track. So Pirelli already hunting quite rapidly then. He is going about as quick as Castanet up the front. And we do expect this man to be making moves quite quickly then. He's already actually right up the tail then. Ferrari B gonna go for the move, I think, pretty quickly. Now we know Vectro's no lean man here. We'll go defensive immediately. Indeed he does. No move straight away then as we ride on board. Down to the main straight then. On to another lap. 45 laps to go here. Already 5 down. So we are coming through turn number 1. And it's all looking good.
The stream.
Wolf is not being able to watch the stream. Here goes Pirelli. Is he having a
My
look?
PS4's been.
Not yet. Gets a bit of a wiggle on the exit there. Meanwhile, looking at further down the field, problems going around there. Hello to Jonah in the chat as well. Welcome to the land of Jesus, or some other words along those lines. Castanet leads this way, as per usual, as per every race he goes in. This man is truly the dominant force in motorsports recently then, and he leads yet again another event ahead of Vectro. Pirelli, his teammates, Ferrari B then, 1 and 3. Doing well. Vectro is 2nd with his teammate in 4th. Van Elk is 5th with Ilson there for ART. Ibrit is 6th then. Gav is 7th and Frico 8th with GIRT, and Bowie is down the back there for Streetball for Cars. Another little look then for Pirelli around the corner. Not going to get close to that. Had a bit of a look on the left hand side, but no cigar today Len. 44 to go. We're coming rapidly Len to 10 out of 50. 9.
Luckily that glass didn't have any water in it.
Yep, luckily no glass. I heard that. Didn't sound very good there.
Luckily it didn't have any water in it as well.
Oh, Pirelli close to the man in 2nd place. He's latched onto the back of him. Now we only expect a few laps to make a move straight away. Well, we'll find out in due course then. Down into the long left hand they go. Up front, Cass, Vector and Pirelli, of course. As per usual, Pirelli closing. Pirelli is going to go to the left hand side. He's going to force Vector to go defending. Now we expect Vector is going to go extremely deep into this corner. Indeed he is. I'll allow the cut back lane. It is going to allow the cut back. I'll in contact there if they're not careful. Back out of it there. Thinks better of it less. We'll come on again down the straight left. So good defending from the good old British driver. Is challenging the Dutch driver. I don't know who I'm talking to. It's confusing. Into the chicane they go.
Right, so I can't watch a live stream on my phone, brothers. I can't watch it on my PlayStation 4 because it's been crap.
Live goes. Hashtag get a wire.
Well,
Hashtag no.
And in the background, a wild cat can be heard. Don't ask me whose cat, because I know who it is. Or Winky Face. Oh dear, that's Pirelli. Has he caught it? Yes, he has. That's a mistake. And that'll be £5 there, Mr. Pirelli. He's broken one of our cameras nearly. This will allow broken arrow to catch up straight away. Following is Van Elk, Ibrit, and Ilson is challenging there. Faruko, and that is Bowie actually on the outside actually. So good going through the field there. He's going to try and make a move. Is he going to do it around the outside here? I believe he is. Straight past he goes. Great move then. And
I'm trying to watch it on my PS4, but
Sally's saying, am I the only trapped on here? Quite possibly, apart from yourself and yourself, yes. Well then, here is Ibrit and Ilson battling together meanwhile, down slightly further down the field here. 7th and 6th. Up the inside as that then, nearly having a look there, was Ilson. Interesting in the chat there. Well, Ilson is challenging 6th place. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd place is a little bit gap there for that spin. And oh dear, Ilson's gone off deep into the corner. That'll drop him behind then. No cigar. This will mean Bowie caps up a little bit here then. 42 to go round this very American track. Never liked this track actually. I actually despise this track because it's horrible, cambered everywhere. There's only a few American tracks I like, and they're not on this game. So
Road America.
I mean, I nearly liked it because I got my first ever podium on Gavra here.
Yeah, and then since then you've never been able to finish a race.
Well, yeah, true.
Nope, the battle is still on then for 6th place. These guys haven't given up straight away then. Indeed, if you're joining us here, do feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're nearing 100 subscribers. In fact, let's go and check. Have we hit it today? Is the magic number 99 still? Very close, so do subscribe. Sally says, lovely track, many exclamation marks. Well, depending on the middle section's quite nice. The first sector, not so nice. Not so nice. This little section here I like. Streeping left and right-handers. And there is the battle continuing on then. Same position as last lap. This time going deep is Ibrit into the corner. Now this can mean a cutback and a run down to the chicane. Let's find out if they're going to make it through the corner. Going a bit defensive is Ibrit. This will allow a nice cold back there. That was a bit close then. And that was very close then. So, lap 10 now. We're on lap 10, so we're 1/5 of the way then. Another 40 laps to go, or 41 technically. Ilson and Ibrit are together down into the first sector to split then. Bowie following suit and hoping these guys have a monumental accident, so we go and get 6th place. Now we expect no such thing to happen at all. No, my luck. Now they'll crash into each other and there'll be a heavy crash. Down into the corner, which we will now name extremely running wide, and that's a dive. Oh, they're going to make it through. Yes, they are. Boy, oh boy, he's going to have a look up the inside. Now, there's going to get pinched there. No luck that time. Now, he'll get a good exit perhaps, though, because he forced him to go wide, so expect perhaps a move into this chicane down here. He's going to get close. He's going to be forcing to go to the outside. Let's see. Is he going to do it? He's braking late. Does he get it? Yes, he does go around the outside then. Great move, though. He runs wide. Now, this could allow momentum switch all of a sudden back to Ibrit. We expect to dive up the inside here into the corner. He goes defensive. No move. There it is! Bowie! That's Bowie. He's almost ran into the back of him. Pushing too hard there.
That was a beautiful move round the outside. That was really nice. And yep, Bowie nearly causing death and destruction.
as per usual there, Len. Well, they're catching, actually, Van Elk, actually, I think. There is, actually, no, they're not. Meanwhile, a little update on what's going on up the field. Cass, Vetro, Ferrelli, Arrow, Van, Ilson, Ibrit, Bowser, Faruko, and the good old Gavra. There's a GIRT down the back today. Again, then, the cars that are very, very good in the wet conditions sometimes. In these dry conditions, not so much.
They're a bit understeering at high speeds.
Yeah, well, the GIRT cars, not really good at their setups today. They've been struggling the last few races. That is Bowie. Track extending to Narnia in back led. Try and get a run. Well, this means we'll probably have a bit more speed, so perhaps more opportunity to come down towards the chicane. Let's find out then. Well, so he's, and it's a also the same car that his had that monumental accident is, just the sister car. Plowed it! And I spoke too soon, and they have crashed. Well, then that's as per usual with Evildragonxxl, the commentator's curse of Narnia there, and they have crashed into each other again. So
basically, if Bridge has lost the rear end and Barry's gone into back of it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh.
What do we reckon on pit stops? Well, we reckon perhaps around about lap 20 nearly, so around 18 perhaps. Two-stop strategy on the cars, unless your name is Castanet. In which case, very much a one-stop could be an opportunity. We very much expect Vettel to do a two-stop strategy after his attempt to do a one-stop almost killed him the other day.
Is this GT3?
Yeah. Well, no, it was. Yeah, I think it was GT3. I think it was around Imola, so yeah.
Yeah, it was Formula C around Imola.
Yeah, where he decided he would try to stretch the car and probably run out of fuel. Pretty much. Though he didn't actually. Just about survived it. Well, Bowie and Ibrit are going to be together still then, so hopefully a good show here as a running wide there. I think
married.
Ibrit will be a bit angry there for that. He's probably not used to cars running so wide off the track. Well, Vettel and Ferrelli, they are together. 14 more laps to go. Like we said, a two-stop is on the cards for everyone. A one-stop, perhaps, for those guys who are extremely bold and are already going casually on their tyres and fuel, which will probably be Cass already. Probably just backing off and going into his little twilight zone area where he's starting to lift off now and just cruise to the end of the race. Because he's got about 10 years advantage. Ferrelli still looking on Vettel, so a podium on hand again for Vettel. So he's having a streak after he's downturn pretty much upset after G3. He's deciding he's going to be a little more optimistic now in Formula C, and is putting up a good fight to us today then. Into the chicane, perhaps a little look for Ferrari there, puts the nose in, no luck there low, into the hairpin they go, very close these two again. Now we've seen Ferrari B and Calpert go together a few times this season. Of course, these top four in the class of their own, very rarely beaten unless something bad happens, or one or two of them disconnect. And that's happened a few times. Up the hill they go.
What, like Imola in Formula B?
Yeah.
Should I not have mentioned that?
Yeah, no, you should definitely not mention that. There is a bit of a wide and a bit of a wiggle goes on for the car of Vettel. Ferrelli, he is all over the back of him here again, as per usual. Closing all of the time up the hill into the long left-hander. He's going all the way around the outside there almost. Surely he's not going to get the move there. He doesn't after all. He's going to have permission to his car to the inside. Vector's going to cover him off. He's going to force him to the outside. Let's see if he gets it through here. They'll run wide. Now expect a cut through to the inside. Yes, he is. He's going to get pinched there. Side by side they go. No way through around that long left-hander then. Right-hander, should we say, actually. Well, good racing here then. And only up the road is actually a lap car coming up.
No contact so far.
No real contact so far today then. What's always good. Through again, they go towards the hairpin. Now, we expect more opportunities to come here, as we know Vectro's not as good on tyres as Ferrari and the leader Cass as they come on to lap 15.
Aren't Ferrari in cash on wheel and then Vectro's on controller, which is probably part of the reason there?
I think it is part of the reason. Actually, I think some of them are on will. A bit of a wiggle there for Vetro on the exit there. Up the hill they go. Again, he's closing all the time. And perhaps a look again to the inside there. Backs out of it through that corner. Wants to position his car here. Perhaps try the run down to the outside again. He did this last lap almost and always pulled it off. He's very close this time. He's got a lot more grip. So is he going to go try to make around the outside? He closes. Closing off the door. Will go Vetro saying, no, you're not coming through. That move is going to end in tears. That will end in tears. Do you know if some of these guys are running manual gears? Otherwise, how are their tyres lasting? Quite a few of them might be running manual. I don't think you're allowed to run automatic gears, are you? Yeah, no, that's one of the things you can run automatic and manual. I
thought just rather use the manual. It just fits me more.
And manual, you can short shift, which helps with tyre saving.
Exactly.
Well, that is again the GIRT car just up the road of
fuel saving too. If you want to drive in a higher gear, just automatically shifts down if you're in automatic.
Although I've never had fuel saving issues on this game, so
same. I always overfuel it.
Yeah, I always tend. Well, I never tend to get to. I never tend to get out of fuel because I end up in a wall before that. But moving on from that.
Yes, let's move on from that.
99 red balloons, and we are 35 laps to go. A bit of a wiggle on then for Pirelli there as he chases down. 55 red balloons, they've all exploded. Oh dear, no. I don't know.
They carried nuclear warheads.
Either Ibris has had a mistake, or he's just had a penalty, but he's done something wrong.
Probably. That is
he's losing a lot of time.
Yeah, Gavra back marker, isn't it, coming up?
That gets out of the way of these two, so we can have a quick check down the field. Knowing my luck now, problems will happen. Well, he's just been lapped by Cassant, actually, so that might explain why he's slowing down a little bit there. No, he did lose about 11 seconds, so yeah. Oh, bit of a look then. That was Pirelli having a bit of dive there. How come that just said he seems exclusive?
Well, Vetro obviously underfueled then.
Yeah, Vetro underfueled and kind of got scared and just put it in safe gear to make sure he didn't run out of fuel. Because if he ran out of fuel, that'd have been a hit.
So basically, he did the centre, but he wasn't forced to do it.
Yeah, basically.
Because his gearbox still works.
Which is also ironic because earlier that day, me and Vetro made a beautiful video. Go and check it out. It's called Ayrton Senna de Vetro.
Is that on your channel, on Vetro's channel?
My channel.
I didn't see it come off my other sub box.
Here we go, again to the outside. Pirelli is having a massive go here. And Vetro, this is going to turn into either a horrible accident or something's going to go wrong here. To the outside, he's going to try it. He is to the outside now. Is he going to get it around the outside there? I don't think so. He gets squished. He has a contact and round in the wall. It happened. It had to happen. It was always going to happen there. We knew it was going to be in contact, and it did. It just had to happen.
Ooh.
And
it looked like Pirelli came back across an Electro a bit.
Yeah.
To me.
Perhaps so. Well, we'll have to review it after the race. So that's a talking point then. Well, that means Cowper are now in second and third. Pirelli, after his Armco extreme accident there, lucky not to damage the car too much, though I don't think he'll get away with quite a lot of that.
Pirelli definitely came back across on Vetro. Whether it was on purpose or he lost the rear end, I can't tell. Has Evil just died?
Yeah.
That is called your mic unplugging itself up then.
Technical issues. That's probably worse than disconnecting.
Fuoco Serpente is in the pits right now, and he has
Yes, you can
passed.
use manual.
So you can use manual. Yep, you can use manual or automatic. I use manual, which, as you can probably tell, doesn't end up very well. Well, we've still got all of the drivers here today. Well, all of them that ended up showing. That's apart from Wolf, he died.
I think Fuoco and Ibridge had a major crash.
Perhaps. Well, they are. Well, they're nowhere near each other on the track actually. So
Where's
they could
Ibridge?
have had the crash.
Ibridge is coming into the that double right-hander where you go right. Faruko's is coming into the long left-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
carousel.
they were behind me, or at least Ibridge was behind me, and he was battling with Fuoco for a while. And now Gav is behind me. They're both now a lap down.
They could have pitted.
An extra lap down.
Yeah,
they did
maybe.
Pit. They both pitted, and they were battling with each other, so I think they just collided with each other.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Another talking point there. Contact all around. Well, we missed it there as my mic, of course, had its fair share of spasms.
Yes.
This is indeed unfortunate. Well, Cass leads his way then by some 10 billion years. Actually, I believe coming to lap a certain Bowie there.
Don't get out of the way. I mean, get out of the way.
I suppose he's starting to say
I'm looking for a
flags.
suitable place.
Indeed, probably a good place would be down up the inside here.
Wait. Sorry. Don't tell me you thought that you were only allowed automatic gears. Because you're allowed both. I mean, it would have been... yeah, you are allowed manual or automatic, so...
You can
It's
use...
even with my camera.
No, I'm still there.
Yeah, you can use both. So... Might have been a rule once upon a time, but...
Well, this is Ibret coming to... Is he trying on lap... who is he trying on lap, though? Is that Van Elk? I believe it is.
Yeah, that's Van Elk.
Well, this could be interesting. He's a lap down and trying to unlap himself, so... well, we know how lap cars tend to do round the other cars. It doesn't normally end up in the right direction. We'll move on to that one. Bowie is close to... well, slightly closing I think to Van Elk up the road. And that is Pirelli in the pits.
I don't think it's a good idea to force people to use manual gearboxes. They should stick to what they're used to
Yep,
be honest.
indeed. Well, I...
Well, Pirelli just got stuck behind me. Oh no.
Plus, I doubt it's that much slower. In a game, at least. Practically in real life.
yeah, perhaps. So... 30 laps to go. Lap 20 almost coming up here. Actually, lap 21 if your name is Cashnet. As per usual then. And that's a dive up the inside. That's a very quick move then from Ibretzler. On lapping himself once from one of the cars. Now they'll be having to do quite a lot to the other AIs. Not AIs, just normal drivers.
Very good move. Ballsy. So there's a big bump there if you catch it.
Yep, there's problems if you cancel that. Well, Van Elk coming to lap. I believe that is... I don't know who that is. Is that Ibrecht? No, it wouldn't be.
Van Elk just got unlapped, or... yeah, wait. Van Elk got unlapped by Ibridge.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I just did. I was just talking about that, wasn't I?
Yeah. You were legit talking about that, you switched cameras, then you were just back talking about, oh, Van Elk was about to lap somebody.
Yeah, that tends to
Crazy
happen.
Gav.
Yeah, thanks, Ali. I'll put you on timeout now for a while. Joking. Pirelli is catching Bowie at a rate of knots. Now, we do expect Bowie to, of course, not go too lightly to the man in the Ferrari B car, who is probably going to dive up the inside and cause a monumental accident.
Nah, not at all.
Well, we expect Leonard's re-ride on board with this guy as we try and get camera angle that works. There we go, there's a camera angle that works. Catching up straight away. Challenging, I presume, in a few corners time then. Perhaps a dive up the inside is possible. Yep, here we go. Maybe not. Well, he's gone to Narnia and back then. That's going to be the inside there. Maybe not. Well, I suppose you'll be a bit angry about that one. And that is very much track limit. He's actually gained a bit of time there. And that is a pit stop then coming up for Bowie. That's a dive up the inside from Ferrelli. How they got away with that, I do not know. And he's gone and spun it.
Yep,
And
dived up the inside. Needed to cut
now we
back.
expect him to come straight into the pit lane. Yep, there he does.
Bowie got on the power too early.
In the pit lane. And hits the wall. No, he gets away with it this time.
Just about.
That pit entry's a bit dangerous. You don't have to brake.
Yep, now
Got the
what's
hairpin.
happened here then? Third and second are switched. Now, is there been a problem there? Let's have a look at the set times.
Retro, did you get a penalty?
It
Was it
may
Marvelous?
have well happened, but he's having a bit of trouble on the rear end here, and last sector at 24 to 23, so of course opening up all the time there. Meanwhile, going about...
Has he pitted yet?
No.
No.
No, we do expect actually expect Vector to be able to do a one-stop now. 25, so a pit's a one-stop would be good.
Unsafe entry to the pit. Get that one in the pit. It's not so much it getting blocked. It's more the fact someone not concentrating properly, rear-ending someone, or T-boning someone.
No, but of course we do. Of course, normally the driver should brake there and accelerate out the corner.
Yeah, but you know, some people don't pay attention.
Yep. Oh dear, that's broken arrow going wide. Lol, never mind. Of course, the track limits. We'll ignore that. Well, that pit lane line, of course, very similar to kind of like Canada actually. There, we do normally expect the drivers to just be slowing down into that corner anyway, and when waiting for the opportunity that drivers go through there. Of course, racing and etiquette then would work around here.
Yes.
Well, here we go then. This is Van Out versus Ferrelli this time now. And we expect for Ferrelli to sure pass up the inside somewhere around here. Actually, is he going to do it straight away? No. Yeah, oh, is it him?
Yeah, looking at the stream, he's just closing in so much through the corners.
He's closing a bit
Also,
too
nothing
much.
fresh
isn't it?
tyres.
Well, I presume he's going to sure pass around the outside.
Oh,
He's going to the inside. Very close
I don't
there.
know if you saw Ferrari give Van Elk a nice shove up the rear out of the exit of the corner.
Well, he almost did it. Ferrelli almost killed him actually the next corner. Let's see, up the inside perhaps this time. There's going to get squished. Now, is he going to get through here? Around the outside. They'll be side by side down into these double right-handers. And Van Elk bravely backs out of it there, realising he is just a little bit later on the tyres. Now, he's close enough. I don't expect to dive back up the inside. Ferrelli's gone off. Ferrelli's gone wide. That's going to be incognito. Now,
Well, the move was nice.
he's going to be side by side into
And
the last corner.
Going off looks like a case of perhaps getting on the line, maybe locking up or outraking himself.
Well, they are side by side there, and finally Ferrelli does get the move then around the outside. Then next car ahead is Ilson, who is a little bit up the road. Now I'm expecting Castanet and Broken Arrow and Vetch pitting around about between now and the end of this race. Then they come for the chicane. Retro right up the rear of his teammate.
I don't think the Oshpil of the pit exit is actually that bad.
No,
It's better
just-
from the first corner.
Yeah.
Let's just face it.
Well, of course, Canada's also the Montreal circuit. So Giovanna's got a pretty nasty chicane as well. To the pit lane, of course, that one's they take it a bit more quick speed then.
Well, was that Canada?
Yeah, circuit in Montreal.
Oh.
Giovanna.
Yeah, that's because, yeah, pit lane speed limits.
Bit of wiggle there from Vetro, and well.
Sorry. I've listened to that song 3 times today. Shut up.
Na 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 na. Hey.
This way's no German.
Hey.
Wrong song.
Moving swiftly on there from the in-driver commentary briefing then from Bowie, as he's a famous one-liner. And then the pit lane comes both of the Kappa cars. Do they manage to get the corner? Yes, they do. So following suit of each other then, so they'll be going to the end of the race. Unless, well, they're not catching Kastner. Now, let's see, who is the nearest guy to them? Elson. I don't think he's pitted either. We know everyone below 4th place has pitted. So 5th downwards have all pitted. Now expect Elson to make a pit stop. Now it's going to be interesting to see who's going to come up.
I think Cash has now got the gap where he can comfortably do a one-stop. I think he can trade the pace in the middle for some nice speed at the end.
Well, we do expect, of course, and in comes Elson. We expect everyone here to be able to do it. And Vectro and he's actually jumped Broken Arrow in the pit stop. Well, that's a interesting strategy then there from Broken Arrow. Perhaps a little bit more fuel. If they did take any fuel.
If you have to refuel in these cars, which I guess you might do, because I'm guessing their fuel tanks are quite small, Vectro probably took a bit less.
Yeah, perhaps so. Gets ahead of his teammate.
You can just about do one stop with these cars. You can't do it.
So there is fuel limit in these cars then.
If you do a one stop, you just might make it on fuel.
Well, they pitted on
like on Imola,
GT3,
like Vectro, you might just get like screwed over. But
well,
there's a very low chance.
Well, we do expect these guys now to go to the end because they have gone over halfway distance. They pitted on lap 20, that end of lap 25, so we expect just be able to make it. Well, Cass is carrying on this merry way. He's actually, is he not a lap ahead? I think he is. Yeah, he's a lap ahead.
Not of second and third, he isn't. He's laptopped the Van Elk, hasn't
He's on lap 27 and they're on lap 26. So he's actually lapped them.
That's because they haven't crossed the timing line yet.
No.
Yeah.
Cass is coming through the last corner right now. Vectro's coming through the last corner right now. We're Broken Arrow.
So they're not a lap down yet. They nearly are.
No, they very much are. They're on lap 28, they're on lap 27.
Oh, that's what you mean. He's in front.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, well, Cash hasn't pitted yet, so...
Well, he's still a mile ahead. Well, Vectro and Broken Arrow, the two Cowper cars, finally together, actually. Don't normally see Cowper cars together unless one of them switches team to,
Did you say Cowpole?
Cowpole, that's an inside joke. Cowper Racing, Cowper Street Waffle Racing learner, of course. Cowpole and Aquafresh teamed up to make some interesting things last time around.
It's a brand new medicine.
Yeah. It makes your teeth shiny and it does everything. Hello to Gabriel GT here. Joining the chat.
Reckons tracks rubber in. I find that hard to... I think depending on your settings, the tracks do rubber in depending on the settings on project cars. If you're say on time trial and free practice, then I don't think they do. But if you're in a race, then they do rubber in.
Yeah, very deep in the brake line was Broken Arrow. Back to that, yeah, they do. Now, time trial, of course...
That explains the improvement.
Like every race, they always do. So in F1, they do it quite well, actually. They get marbles everywhere, and then you spin off into a wall on the last corner.
The thing is, though, with the rubbering in this game, which is why it's quite bad, is that it's basically an algorithm. It calculates the length of the sessions and the amount of cars, so it's not that accurate in that sense.
Yeah.
It just rubbers in.
It just rubbers in randomly, so of course, if you are running for, say, on a 24 hours of Le Mans circuit, driving in all the cars, I think it's 64, I think you can get in on that track, or something really big, something massive, I think 40, 50 cars or something. Yeah, it very much rubbers in on the last lap of the race. It's like, completely good. Now, Broken Arrow challenging his teammate. Meanwhile, if you're wondering who's leading, Castanet leads the way as per usual here up front from Vectro, Broken, Ferrelli, Van, Ilson, Gav, Bowie, Ibrit and Faruko all are still in this race. Hey!
Oh, there's Gavra.
Dun 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 dun. Well, that was Gavra.
I just saw smoke above the circuit, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Then
probably
you see the
Gavra
red
lagging.
dot just standing still on the circuit, and I'm like, oh, okay.
We do
It's
again
probably
apologise
Gavra lagging.
for the language of Mr. Bowie there, of course. We do not permit, normally do not permit, swearing in the stream.
I didn't swear.
Yes, he
He
did.
said duck like I did earlier.
All ducks,
No.
And not that other word
all trucks.
you think we're saying.
Well, Broken Arrow is going around the outside of his teammate nearly there. That's a bit of a look then. No cigar, that'll go and get a wiggle, and actually gets a bad exit because of that then. So these two, 21 laps to go then, 29 out of 50. And into the long right hand then they go. And up front, Castanet is 30 in, 20 is to go. And these guys are 29 and some to go. Well, hey,
Good old Germans, Chester Mongolians singing about Russians. Nothing better than that.
yep, a bit of that. Well, Broken Arrow continuing to challenge the Dutchy ahead of him, the German versus the Dutch. Of course, pushing each other extremely hard. Well, we do expect Castanet to hit this lap. If he doesn't, then I don't know what he's driving. Because he's gone...
Formula E car.
He's gone some... Oh dear, that's Broken Arrow spinning. Let's see, is he going to pit? Surely he's
Let's
got
see
to.
what
If he doesn't
Broken
manage to
Arrow
pit,
does.
then I'm going to start... He's not pitting yet. Now, this is interesting compared to everyone else. Everyone's saying you can barely do a one stop. Well, he's going 5-6 laps longer than that, so...
Obviously, Kashnitz fit a bigger fuel tank to his car.
And this is an interesting thing, actually. Something I read up now about, this is of course about NASCAR. I can't remember who it was, but well, of course, the Hudson Hornets, of course, in the 50s here. Now, little story is there. In NASCAR, back in the day, I can't remember which driver it was. The one Doc Hudson in Cars is based off of the driver who drove that. I can't remember his name.
Gavra spitting.
Gavra's in the pit. Now, the story behind that now, because they have a limited fuel tank now, little story here now. What the engineer did, which of course you've ever read up now, in NASCAR there's a limited size of the fuel tank. Now, what they did is just made a really big fuel line going around the car, and because then technically you could put fuel in the fuel lot in the kind of thing to go to the
Smart.
engine, so then technically you'd run more fuel. That was the world's biggest loophole. Since now, that's why it's no longer. That's
Quite literally, I suppose.
it's quite literally. That is literally a loophole in the rules there, being able to do that. Very interesting. Indeed. Well, away from the little NASCAR topic here. Of course, we are in America, the home of NASCAR, IndyCar, and burgers. And
Isn't NASCAR a race here?
yes, they do race here. I believe they race here. We IndyCar race here, and I think NASCAR may do.
It's new to IndyCar this year. No, that's Watkins Glen's, isn't it?
Yeah, Watkins Glen.
Yeah. They race. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Nope. Some 31
No,
laps
hot
to go
cats.
and 19 to... Wait, what? 19 to go and 31 laps to... you know what I
Hot cats
mean.
are better. Hot cats are better over hot dogs. Hot horses even better. I said that 'cause my sister came upstairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to do with anything, I
Would
don't
you
know.
prefer
Oh
hot dogs
dear.
or hot cats?
That was Broken Arrow going a bit deep into turn number 1. Meanwhile, for wondering what the hell's going on everywhere, Freddy is hunting these guys like a pack of angry dogs. Nelson is 5th. Bowie is 6th place and lonely on his own. 7th is Van Elk, Inbridge is 8th, Gavra's 9th, and Frico's 10th. So we've all got 10 drivers in this race.
Hashtag copyright strikes.
No.
No, that's the wrong song.
No, wait, what?
That's also, I don't even know what song that is.
What's supposed to be Highway on Hell?
Well, generally in sporting news now, we are coming quickly up to the Austrian GP in the beautiful Styria Mountains with the now 10 corners on the track. Yeah, there's now 10 corners.
Because you know, MotoGP.
No, there's just 10 corners. That little king, you know that little king coming up at turn 1? That's now a corner, by the way, for saying.
I read one to be in line with.
Oh my god, Wolf's dying.
Which is a bit strange.
Yeah, something along those lines.
That's good. It's also apparently
Sally's now in my chat saying cheeky wide corners. Nah, mate. Nah.
Cheeky wide corners. Fair enough.
Well, as you do there, well. Broken Arrow and Vectra. I presume everyone if you're streaming as well, is getting a legendary just a legendary blank box of you racing with just radio commentary over the top of it.
Basically. It's like Radio 5 Live, but better.
Yeah, and you know. Well, I got cool. I sound like Jack Nicholson. The not you know, not that one. Not the actor one, the commentator one. It's confusing.
It's like TalkSport, but you can hear what they're saying.
Yeah, basically, and see something at least. Well, Vectro and wait, what? Broken Arrow's just oh, there we go. There he is. Back again. Vectro is behind Vectro. I think I said that right. Possibly. Well, Pirelli is catching these two. You can see them actually. They're there, of course, going about about 7 tenths quicker as Pirelli. He's pushing the boundaries of that car like an absolute bloody rocket. Pascal. Hey.
No, we're talking about Rasputin now.
Oh. Well, there is Broken Arrow. That's the German. Looking on Vector. A bit of a flash of the light there from Vector. To the inside, could it be? No. Well, he goes wide. This is going to be the inside at least. They'll end in contact there. Oh, and through. That was a nice ballsy move. Up the inside. Great stuff then from the German. Is there a stream for tomorrow's GT3? There might be. We'll expect there will be.
Disconnect then as well if you want.
Yeah, then Vector, then
well, I won't be streaming that. I know that.
Yeah, no, he might be in the commentary box with me.
Actually, it might backfire massively if I join Friday GT3. Someone's going to go, oh, you pulled out of this championship. Why are you commentating? Or something stupid.
Well, 35 out of 15. 50. 16 to go. Pirelli is catching these guys. An absolute rocket ship. Ilson is getting caught nowhere near by Bowie. Van Elk is nowhere near Bowie. And Inbridge nowhere near everyone else. When Gav and Fruco closing, but nowhere near each other generally speaking. Well, that's Ilson lapping someone. I think that might have been... Who was that they were lapping? I don't know. Might have been Van Elk. May have been. I can't exactly see. Oh, well, it seems to have... Something seems to have happened there. Vector is now behind Broken Arrow.
How big's the gap?
About here. We'll find out the sector times what the gap is. A 37... he's... About it's 5 times? Yeah, 5 times.
Yeah, it could have been a mistake. It might have been a penalty out of a slow section.
Well, he's 2 temps. Well, he's 2 temps down in the first sector. So we didn't expect it to be that big of a mistake then. Well, we expect him to coast back up immediately. Now, that's a lap car. That is Bowie. Now, is he going to play a difficult role here after a Broken Arrow left his Cowper to Cowper then from Streetwell Full? Well, he's not going to let... And he lets him through. Good back marker.
Oh.
Good back.
Is it like reverse psychology? So I say let them through next time.
Yeah, and here goes Ferrelli going to be pounding on the back of Mr. Bowie in a minute. Bit wide there up the hill was
I like being pounded on from the back. Wait.
What? What? What?
Nothing.
Cover your ears, kids. Jesus.
Oh, that's a slide there from Broken Arrow. How he caught that together, we don't know. Here's Ferrelli. There is Vector, by the way. He is catching at a rate of knots.
Broken Arrow.
Listen, they're both going to go off the track to Narnia into that corner, as they do. Ferrelli, not going to be running wide. No running wide for him. I've got a, something in my eye. There we go. Whatever it was is gone. I think it's called sleepy dust.
Why don't you race Evil? Surely it'd be a busman's holiday for you. Yeah.
Now.
You race?
The reason I don't race is because, well,
Is it because you crash?
Well, at least I did race actually once, and I disconnected.
Murray Walker's just if he's racing, Murray Walker would just take over his mind and just crash into everyone and be like,
what about race for GT3 in the McLarens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vettori push. Vettori is going to be pushing. We expect. Well, Ferrari's going to be holding the back of these guys like an absolute donkey. Should we say? He's catching. Well, he's actually slower that last time around, so never mind. No excuses. Well, I would race. However, it's me. So,
and it's not GT6.
Yeah, if it was GT6, I would have been good. If you didn't know,
they were the days.
What we were talking about there. Now, if I ever get a capture card for my PS that works to go on my PS3, I'll go and get that replay from all the GT6 because me and Wolf back in the day. Daytona. Well, any race in GT. We used to drive a McLaren F1 GTR. Yeah, back on GT6. And me and Wolf, we used to have the most in the league. Me and Wolf are the most dominant pairing ever in the McLarens. Winning all the races nearly in our McLaren brand
everyone wanted
BMW.
our car to be, everyone wanted our car to be banned. Didn't they? Yeah,
they did. Well, it clearly showed that when I dominated some of the races. Anyone there?
What if you're 10,000?
You can race a milk float. Well, you see, I actually do race a milk float. It's called
Milkman.
Yeah, it's called Postman Pat's secondary job, Milkman Pat's.
Postman Pat's plan B.
Milkman Pat and his black and white cow. However,
Doris the cow didn't produce milk yesterday.
Doris the black and white cow. Fortunately, Doris didn't produce milk, so he had to get put down. You know. So it became So it was no longer Milkman Pat. It was
Doris.
Poor Doris.
Oh my God, Will's dying again. Oh no.
And where the devil goes, talking about Doris. Indeed, well, there's both GRT cars there. This could be interesting. Oh dear, that's a spin nearly. That's Vector's rear end. Well, welcome back, Wolf, after dying there. Well, that's one through. Let's see if he's going to let the other car through. Yes, he does. And the other car.
When I passed the time rules, I'd die young the amount of times I've died.
Yeah, your regeneration cycle is really passing 13. Is it 13 regenerations he has?
Yeah, 13.
I read something up actually. It's 12. Well, I read something up now about of course, and that's going to be holding up there. All there. It's about it's good enough topic here, just randomly because of course I'm a Doctor Who fan. But reading up about yeah, you wouldn't know really. I mean,
no.
About reading something about why they actually have 13 generations. Actually, it's something Rassilon put in actually a defection to stop them living forever.
Unless it's Russell.
Evil, have a night in 3 race released from commentary.
Well, you were going to do LMP3, so...
Well, I did do LMP4. I did like the first 2-3 rounds of it, and then basically I just decided not to commentary because no one was commentating, and then I commentated for it.
Well, Soup did the pre-season test, but everyone disconnected and crashed.
And
Yeah,
I did the last one.
Yeah, that was one of your first commentating. No, it wasn't.
It was his
No.
first... Well,
No, his first one was...
Bowie started off solo, then Soup joined.
LMP3
then Soup
final was the
disconnected.
first commentary of Dharma.
Oh yeah, and the most carnetic race in history, for obvious reasons.
Exactly.
Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. LMP3 final. It's the most amazing thing we've ever seen for a championship finale.
What was it? Someone run out of fuel on the line. Well, allegedly
Don't
run out of fuel
spoil
on the
it!
line.
Oh my god, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Go and watch it and find out. It's confusing.
Well, scientists have proven that you enjoy something better if you know the ending.
Yeah,
So,
some
I'm gonna spoil
dramatic finish happened, and it was very close, and it was basically 2008, just like with 100 meters instead of like a corner.
And the person who lost wasn't very happy and rage quitted from the league. Along with Fritz.
Basically, Lawson's going a bit slowly there, and that's that Bowie coming to lap a GIRT car. That is that Gav. Or is it Faruko? It is Gav, I think. Is it Gav? I presume it is.
I also got a lot of abuse from them for some reason.
Yeah, there was a lot of swear words in that chat that day.
I was getting shouted at for doing nothing. And there's been an overtake.
Yeah. Well, battle for second place is heating up then. Could it be a 1-2 for Ferrari B team? Was it going to be a 2-3 for Cowper? We'll find out after this small advertising break.
Welcome to ITV.
Insert lots of adverts here and then the overtake happens.
It's like watching ITV movies.
Yeah, just cuts
Like,
out. Just
hour
like
and
the
a
bit in
half
Titanic.
movie.
The Titanic just like splits in half. ITV movies just comes up. Adverts, like just as it splits.
Like Star Wars Episode 4, 2 hours ends up being 50 hours.
Yeah. The 2-hour
More
movie ends up
advert
being-
from film.
And in the pit lane is Bowie as he faps his way to let us know he is in the pit.
Let's do a pit stop of 5 seconds so I can still be in front of Van Elk. We've got an issue with the engine battery. Just hold on, we're trying to fix it. Oh, for
Well, you are Dutch, so... Yeah. It's not surprising you'd get an engine failure.
Oh, here we go again. Engine.
I may have angered him.
Is he spun his
I
little
don't
wall?
care anymore.
Sleeves
Oh,
red.
dear.
Red. Not ball.
Now 0050 has left the lobby.
Who's left the lobby?
No
Oh,
one's
right.
left the lobby.
You've left the... Oh. Okay.
Yes.
You left the lobby a long, long time ago. With a galaxy so
Did
far
I?
away we never knew.
Yes.
And lads, I'm pleased to say, and tears in my eye, thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, that was my other account. I'm joking. Well
Oh,
done.
Wilson's around.
Oh dear.
Good old Ilson.
Thank you for 100 subscribers, lads. Appreciated.
100 of rich football. Oh, no.
We'll have to do a ritual now. Ritual will be burning Wolf alive.
What?
Like the video if you want to see that
100
happen.
subs face reveal special.
Hashtag.
Yes.
No, that'll be
You
1,000.
could just have him on Facebook.
Or Twitter. Or Twitter. Both.
Yes, on Twitter. I didn't want everything.
Where's Freddy gone? Oh, there he is. He just disappeared from the face of the earth for a second. Well, I think it could be... It very much well be a Calpa 2 and 3 here with... well, Vector has anything about it. We know Ferrari's tyres are a little bit older, actually.
Meanwhile, Cashnett's having a cup of tea
Yeah, and his
in Glasgow.
yeah, and he's catching these guys to lap them, actually. I think he's in Inverness. Something like that.
Not far off. He's basically gone to the pits, got in his car, drove to, I don't know, Land's End in Cornwall, had having something to eat, and then yeah, he'll still be in the lead. By the time he gets back. That's lead.
Stopped, had a cup of tea, got back in the car, drove off, finished the race. Amazing. Yep, back again. Thank you for
watching F1 pit.
100.
Watching F1 pit stop from the 50s once, drove out the car and had a drink.
Little story actually. They used to it's very rare. I've read this up. Sometimes they actually gave them a full meal during the race, like when they pit stop, because sometimes it took that long. Because it took up to 5 minutes.
Sometimes they used to smoke. Sometimes they used to smoke while they were refueling. Those were the days.
Yeah. Just casually at like 160 miles an hour, just Fangio just pulls out a cigarette and just starts smoking down the straight. You know,
I need more fuel. I need more fuel.
He is the older driver. He's got the ferry and in France. And is in France.
he got a boat to Australia because you get a boat to Australia.
Well, we are in America, so he's gone to the Titanic and sunk and is still leading this race, and is now like, that's how far ahead. He's 100 years ahead. He's been pulled out of the sea. He's like a frozen body, like you know, because you know Jack was cruelly murdered by Rose, if you didn't know that, because to be honest, Rose is a bit selfish there. That's a Pirelli up the inside of Hector, so we actually have a race on our hands. And hello to FuseTube, or FuzzTube, or whatever your username is. Welcome. I'll probably butcher that 1,000 times. Yep, and here's side by side. Here is Pirelli. Finally, we have a battle on our hands, and this is probably be right on the outside straight away with nothing to do. Is he around the outside straight away? The answer is yes. Has he got the move? The answer is also yes. And there he is. He's finally got past Vector. He's, after the collision around the first pit stop a long time ago, he's back ahead. And Vector has now lost that podium position. We expect Vector to be very fuming now and probably be steamrolling up the inside.
Is it my voice's fault?
Yeah, no, it was your fault.
Oh.
Hey, I got it right. Fuse dude. Oh, yeah, I'm good, thank you very much. Well, Vectro is behind Pirelli, who is now in 3rd position. 6 laps to go, or basically 5 if your name is counting it, because he's leading this race from about 10,000 miles. Not joking, this man is on fire this year.
He's on his way to Pluto.
Yeah, he's on his way to Pluto now, but he's in 2005 still, so little does he know he's going to get there, and then he's going to get, like, his planet's going to, and he's just going to get blown up. Because that's secretly how NASA really think how Pluto is. He's legitimately just been blown up. That's legitimately what Pluto is. Or what they would do if they could.
Pluto, no one likes Pluto.
No, is that a battle going on there? Or was that a lap car? Lapped car. Now there's Van Elk. That's Ilson.
I'm a friend of Bowie's, unfortunately. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Bowie, your friend in the chat.
Oh, Bowie's here somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
He sounds demoralised.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Pirelli. It's going to be Pirelli. Could he get 2nd place? I think he could.
It's not as bad as the amount of times I saw Sunday in the A final.
Still got all 10 drivers in this race, which is really quite nice actually. We don't normally have all the cars that started this race finish this race. No, my luck now, there's going to be a monstrous accident and 2 of them are going to retire. No, my luck.
Oh no, there's 3 people over the top. Oh no. Oh.
Just explosions everywhere.
It's all on fire.
It's all on fire. Oh no.
And Sterling Moss wins.
What?
Niki Lauda.
We're on 101 subscribers now, so Evil's channel's going into room 101. Never to be seen again.
Oh no! Not room 101.
Bye.
Wait, what was room 101?
You can have your custom URL now, Evil.
Oh yeah, I can now. Hashtag @Evildragonxxl account. Custom URL time.
Custom URL, what?
For YouTube.
Like, instead of having www.youtube.com/user/u/12 capital X, whatever the fuck the
Langrid.
the shit is.
He said duck. Duck bowing.
And
That's
what you should say.
But like I was saying, instead you can have like youtube.com/user-Evildragon.
Right, well I'm buying some subscribers.
LXX.
www.youtube/user/lagwolfman.
LaggyMcGee.com. Well, it's going to be battle for second place here. This is incredible pace from Pirelli. He's catching. He's going to have 3 laps to go, so I presume he's going to get past almost immediately.
He's on some fresh tyres then. That's
Well, he's on older tyres actually. He pitted way earlier. Is he having a look to the inside? I think he is. Is he going to get it?
Again when we weren't looking.
Well, if he has, he's done incredible. And he's up the inside, and I think he's got through. His broken arrow going to come up the inside again. I think he very well might try up the inside. He is going to go up the inside then. Broken arrow having absolutely none of it. Of the British driver then. Pirelli's going to be slowed down there. The German fights off from the British driver in the Ferrari. As they come down to the chicane then, I think up the inside could be the opportunity. Here goes Pirelli, diving to the inside then. Is he going to get the move done? Is he going to... Yes, he's through. He's through. That's a lap car ahead. That is of Evildragonxxl.
Sally, I know what that means.
And around the outside goes Broken Arrow. He's not going to get anything.
What are you on about?
And that's Vectro. Here goes Vectro having a go then. So whilst we were looking at this, here goes Vectro to the outside. Is he going to pound one? They touch at 140 miles an hour. And to the inside they go. No. Yes. Through. And into third. Great bit of driving from Vectro there. Fantastic.
Amazing.
I know the exact content Sally was talking about there. The exact content.
Exiting the pit lane comes Ibrit, and here is Broken Arrow. I presume he's going to have another look on his teammate here. That was incredible driving from Vectro there. Opportunistic at the very most there. Legendary driving. This is why he was a karting champion. This is why he is one of the top drivers here. And he is showing that to his teammate. One's a bit wide.
Vectro is.
Broken Arrow never won a championship before, I don't believe. Challenging his teammate then. Again, gets a bad exit then. We're on that 49 of 50 for Castanet. Coming to our final lap soon. Broken Arrow and Vectro together. We expect Vectro to get the podium again. Just reading the chat there. That's banter.
Yeah.
Barry was a troubled child on the track. For £3 a month, we could get him the racing track and driving. He needs to be good. Donate today at 0800 00 1066.
Why 1066? Why not 1050?
Because we're
1066
English and 1066 is
0800 00.
1066. That advert is amazing.
You're British, you know that advert. Just saying.
Pigeons talking to statues.
Yeah.
Only in Britain.
Only in Britain. Yep, a bit of a mistake there. We're on 1 lap to go, by the way, for the leader, who is coming round these final few corners, actually. He's only just ahead of Broken Arrow and Vector, actually, so they're just there. He's catching his teammate as well, actually. He's actually ahead. No, he's just behind his teammate. Oh! Contact! Into the chicane! That was Arrow and Vectro! Well, they are pushing to gain. And they collided there. Very lucky they didn't end up both in the wall.
Basically, someone's gone for a move there.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, coming through the final corner...
God, what happened there, then?
Castanet comes and Castanet wins again in America. Yay! Again wins for the umpteenth time this season. He's done everything he's done. Pirelli is going to perhaps be second unless something happens. This battle for third, though, is still on and warm. And that's a mistake. And to the inside goes Broken Arrow. And he's diving. They hit on the last lap and through goes Arrow. Amazing stuff. Wowee. Great stuff there, and Vector's going to be fuming on that one as they collide on the last lap there.
Do we still do the national anthems?
No. Well, that's an incredible dive from Broken Arrow there. He forced his way through. He was having none of it on his teammate. Fantastic move there. And I don't think Vector's going to come back for us. If he is, he's going to make the dive on the century on the last lap. But what a move then. What a move. He is going to have a look to the outside on the last lap. Look at this. The teammates are getting together. He goes deep. He goes deep to the outside. Can he do it? No. He's going to defend. He gets a whimmer and he spins the car on the last lap. It's all gone wrong for Vectro. It's all it was going to happen. And he spun the car. Ferrari's going to finish third place. Broken Arrow's going to finish fourth. Fender's teammate and Vectro's going to be absolutely kicking himself. Fifth place there.
That was
incredible.
Yeah, that was too early on the power. Well,
Wilson's fifth, I think.
That's my voice's fault, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is. Oh. Wow, what an incredible finish there, Len. Well, Bowie's yet to finish. Well, Bowie has finished. Everyone has finished, actually, I believe. So that is the official result then. Castanet wins the USGP. Incredibly, Ferrari gets second to 1-2 for Ferrari B team. Broken Arrow with the battle of the century on the final lap to fend off and overtake Vectro, who is kicking himself in fourth place. Surely Ilson fifth. Van Elk is sixth place there. Bowie's 7th, Ibrit's 8th, Gav 9th, and Faruko is 10th place then. So what a race then. There is official result. And I'm about to say that race, 10 out of 10 there for just the carnage on the final lap there. Incredible. You don't normally see those two together like that. But what an amazing finish.
Yay.
Mocha, 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 la 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 na 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 na.
German. Wait, what?
Well, that will round up the stream then. That was a sweaty final 10 laps. Indeed.
Han Solo's replied to comments on YouTube with some rather language I'm not going to repeat.
Well, incredible. Well, join us next week then at Road America then. We travel to the other part of the United States, led to the green bit.
The green bit?
Yeah, the green bit. But well, until then, thank you very much for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Ta-ra from the USA. Thanks for watching, lads. See you next time.